Hello.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Formula Series Championship. It's round 6 again of season 5. We're here at France. The previous race, we had Sirwithface winning the Austrian Grand Prix, really setting the charge onto the constructors as well as the Drivers' Championship. Matter of fact, we have both of those today here with us. Having the Constructors' Championship first, we have Pagani leading the championship with 127 points, having a single race win, but getting close to that first win like 3 times already, and really getting that pace up after Athletic Motorsports having a quite bit of a breakdown. You can see Xena and Porsche really standing up with the most wins of them all. This might change this race, or we might see Pagani winning once again. We have Audi and Hennessy really still struggling. Audi isn't really on the grid these days, but we hope to see them soon. And Black Falcon, yeah, they are struggling for their known reputation in this league. Moving on to the drivers' constructions, however, we have ST Place taking over the drivers' championship after winning Austria. I'm sorry, that was my mistake. But with Sir being behind him with a gap of 20 or so points. It's today's France. A lot of people like France. I myself, as a former sim racer, I love it. I've had some of my moments here. And looking at where Jopella is, he hasn't been really around. But I can tell you today, he is here in France. And we also have my co-commentator, which is Happy Soul.
Yeah, hello. I'm very happy to be here. Hopefully we can see some good racing here today around Paul Ricard.
Yeah, so what do you think about heading into the qualifying? What can we expect from the drivers?
Well, I think a couple of the drivers they'll be wanting to, improve what they showed last time out in Austria. They'll be wanting to, build on that and yeah. I'm not exactly sure what to say more, but
Alright, so we have an onboard lap here with Demio. He's on the soft compound, heading now, just taking the track limit a bit too much and also getting invalidation. So that's not really the best way to begin this qualifying for him. We can see who else is ready to make a lap. Balboa is on provisional pole position with a 39.78. Behind him is Veronsky, being a 10th away really. Sirwithface is going through the last couple of laps on his outlap as well. What we can mention from what I've heard, little moments from Sir in his outlap as well. There's a few notes for this race. Pagani got a 1-2 last week, and the performance they will be able to make this week might be big. Porsche will be using a one-off livery to represent Ray Motorsports, the season 3 race at the same track, so France, and we have plenty of free agents left, so who knows who we can see grabbing one of those open and free seats. What do you think about heading yeah, well, into this race. Happy.
Sorry, just having a couple of issues on my end. However, I think Pagani, they'll want to uh, repeat their success they've had earlier on in the season, and I think Xenon Porsche are going to be up there as well. So it could be a hard-fought battle between those two.
Yeah, so we have Balboa now being 5 tenths slower in his second sector, so he is low on fuel as well. So, but I'm not really sure what his plan is today. Jopella is on his outlap heading towards start finish now, just going around the parabolic type of corner, whilst Balboa spins magically. He should not be worrying too much about it. But we now have Jopella here, as he starts his lap. Take it away, Happy.
Yep, he's heading down towards turn 1 and 2. This is a tricky complex to get right, and he's just got that perfect there. Is he going to run? He's not going to run too wide on exit. That doesn't discount his lap just yet. Down towards the tricky and tight turn 4 and 5. He'll just be looking to sort of nail every apex in the section. Now there's horrible little hairpin down here, which then leads out into this, once again, another horrible corner here. But it's fastest in the first sector for Jopella. This is looking like a good lap as he heads onto the Mistral straight.
Yeah, and you can really see he's going 338, 34 kilometers per hour. Really late braking into those couple of corners and getting very early on the throttle. He's looking for the more wider exits, which is quite surprising. But he knows the things that us commentators and drivers might not. He's also 5 tenths faster in the second sector. So Balboa might need to step up his game. Jopella also taking a very, very tight apex speed, and just look at the limit he is taking. You can already tell by the way Jopella is driving at this moment. He is back in the fight. He wants to take the title again, and from what I know, he is fully capable of doing so. Now going last through the last corner, getting the DRS, going to 6th, 7th gear, 8th gear. What time is it gonna be? It's going to be a 1:33:02. He's 6 tenths clear, Happy. 6 tenths.
There's quite a margin to have already, and well, not already, because there's only 3 minutes left in the session.
Yeah, I'm surprised if anyone can do something about it. I know Sir and Hronsky can take the fight to Jopella, but this track is all about confidence, and I know all about it. Once the minute you lose confidence in your car or your setup or your own skill set in France, you might as well just give up. Talking about Ronsky just a few minutes ago, he is on his outlap, so this will be his final push lap soon, and same might be for Sirwithface, as the last 2 minutes are going to be very critical for everybody here. Jopella will not be having any fuel left, but yeah, he decides to go in. So the drivers we will be having who, well, won't be setting a lap anymore from the knowledge we have would be Luigi and Jopella. Who do you think will take pole position, Happy?
Well, I'll be very surprised if Jopella does not get pole position. If someone can find 6 tenths, that might just be the track improvement, but I'm not sure. But 6 tenths, that is quite a margin. And I'm sorry I keep going on about it, but I mean, if anyone can beat that, that would be incredible.
Yeah, and we are on board with SD Plays, a former race winner at Austria. Just going through the 5th turn, if I'm correct, and now turn 6, heading towards the first DRS zone. He's on a new set of softs. He hasn't set a lap time yet, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do. Procan, in the meanwhile, has retired, and there's 45 seconds left in the session. ST Plays has a very minor difference to Japella's high speed on the straights. So it's safe to say and to know that ST Plays is running a bit more downforce on this setup. Now going through the big spoon. He's now going left. He's going to meet someone over here. Who is it? I'm not sure. It might be Monster, but Bobo is also on the left. But the first one that will cross the line here will be ST Plays. It's going to be interesting what he is going to do. Is he going to take the pole position away from Japella? Is he doing it or not? No, he's not. He can improve slightly, but it's 31.502. That's just a sad moment for the Austrian race winner. Happy?
Yeah, a couple of more cars will be coming through to set their lap. So at best, he is 7th fastest at the moment. However, we're on board with Sirwithface now. Oh, no, we're not. We're on board with Horonsky now as he heads into the last two corners there. The two Porsches, I believe, making their way around the lap. And what can Horonsky do as he comes up to the line here? And I hope I've said that correctly as he crosses the line and he stays 5th fastest.
Yeah, so now we will be having Sirwithface crossing that line. It's looking tight for some of the drivers at the moment. We'll have Sir crossing it right now and it's going to be 3rd place. Look at Balboa in the meanwhile, which just did not catch our eye. He is almost 600ths away from Japella's pole position time.
Yep, he snuck under the radar. That's for sure.
By the looks of it, this is your qualifying of tonight. Japella being the fastest man on the track, and Balboa just not having that final bit of pace there to take the pole position, but being in a, well, strategically better position on 2nd place. Your qualifying results of the night will be pole position Japella, on the 2nd place is Balboa, 3rd place is Sir, 4th is Huichi, on 5th place is Nuelza, on 6th place is Horonsky. Horonsky, however, has gotten a 5-second time penalty, and why that has happened I do not know. It might be because he has collided with someone. 7th will be Demio, on 8th will be ST Place, 9th will be Milan, then we have Dave, Monster and Procan, who has set no time.
Just a quick one on Horonsky's 5th place grid drop. That is actually for early contact with the poleman Japella. That was early on in the session, like as they were coming out to do their first warm-up laps of the day. So really unfortunate for him, but well, he'll be wanting to make that up during the race.
So
There's been a
apparently,
slight issue there.
yeah,
I don't know
we
if he'll
might
be able
have
to
an
join
issue.
back before the start of the race if he leave now and try and avoid doing the formation lap, maybe
So
stalk someone for an invite.
yeah, I don't have you on the friend list either, so that will be a problem. And if I go out, I might not be able to get invited. But I shared my screen on Discord. You can look at that. So that should not be a problem. Unless I do have you on here, but not from my knowledge. So what will we do to, well, fix this issue from being in the car? I'm gonna do the information lab. And
just retire off the line.
yeah.
Yeah, sounds smart.
So I'm reading a comment of Sirwithface on in the paddock server, where all the drivers are coming together. And Sir and I have a history as both racers on the game, and as well on FSC. It was this track specifically in season 3, I believe, where I won the race. I accidentally hit him because he had a way slower apex speed. But he retired because of it, and he just sent a message about, don't you beep, do it again. So he is having some minor flashbacks here from my side of view. As you can see.
Oh, for goodness sake,
You know
it's
what?
all going on today. It's all going on today.
No worries. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a little track guide at the moment on controller, which will go bad. I'll keep distance for the safety of everybody. Commentator of the year, let's go. So heading into turn 1, you really want to stretch out that apex and hit that inside curb, which I cannot do because I'm on pad. Basically exit on 5th gear and take the full speed away and extend as much as you want here. Got the inside corner and take the inside from here as well. Go back to 1st, back to 4th. And really try to be as smooth as you can on the power for this little corner here. The moment you get that DRS, you really want to maximize the usage of it. And we're gonna just slow down before we take someone out on accident. They won't be taking that lightly, I know it myself. So heading into this corner, you will go to 4th gear, take it like this, be smooth as you can, take the inside curb, and just go on the throttle as fast as you can. Try to stick as close as you can to the inside line there. And the moment you get to this position, you just go full throttle, which is possible for some reason now. Now what I did when I hit Sir back in season 3, I took this line, which got me like a half a tenth more speed than he had, causing me to hit him. But yeah, this is the, well, sort of track guide for France. If anyone is wondering, don't criticize my amazing driving skills, but
He certainly showed the curbs who was boss that lap.
Absolutely lovely grid position. So we're gonna need to retire. Where can I retire the safest without bringing out that safety car?
Pull into the pit lane, I guess. So we won't have commentary for this first lap, but down towards turn 1. It's
Backfield commentary.
Who knows what's going on down towards turn 1 as we're on board with as he heads into turn 1. Right through there. Oh, and there's an accident there. Multiple cars going.
Sirwithface is involved.
On the accident, yep. Sirwithface involved. He was 3rd on the grid, wasn't he?
Yeah. So that is a big issue for Sirwithface, sadly. So this might be very interesting for everybody and confusing at the same time. I apologize to everyone.
I'm just coming in now. I've just rejoined the session thanks to some generous invites from our server bosses, Luigi Sven. Big shout out to him. I have no idea where he is at the moment.
I believe he is in 7th or 6th.
Looks to be that way at the moment as they make a couple of corners. As there is, I'm being overtaken by well, and that's the session. That's this is just going great tonight, isn't
Was it the whole session?
No, because
did everybody get disconnected or?
No, everyone's still going around. So it
Great.
is Japella in the lead. It's Damio second. Balboa's dropped to third. Luigi Sven is fourth. SG Plays is fifth. Horonsky sixth. Elite Dave, he's seventh. Monster is eighth. Procan is ninth. Milan, he's rounding out the top 10 at the moment. And just outside that top 10, it's Noelza. And Sirwithface is last after having that first corner spin. And as we wait for...
Don't tell me I've gone across the finish line already. Yep, I did. Nice.
Oh dear.
You know what? If there's a safety car, blame it fully on me. I gotta get my car out of here.
Well, just go into the pit lane and retire in the pit lane, because then it won't be a safety car.
Yeah, but if I get disconnected soon again for some reason which I don't know, then I can't retire in the pits.
I see.
I'll just do it like this. Ignore the track limits.
Well, we could have Crashgate 2.0 on our hands as we see Milan has gone past SD Plays for 9th place. And I think there was a bit more of a cooperative move from the Paganis there. As we look back at the front, there's Japella. He's got a big lead of 2 seconds now out in front. And Damio is still in second. However, he's got Balboa right behind him in 3rd place as they head into the final sector now. I know what you'll be watching is Unfound absolutely showing that circuit who's boss. I mean, Paul Ricard has so much potential, but they still managed to build a rubbish track for
the
racing.
fact I can keep up with Sir. The fact I can keep up with Sirwithface on the pad is just ridiculous.
There we go. We made it around to the pit lane.
So we finally retired, and that was your lap.
Well, 3 laps into the race, and we're finally gonna get some normal commentary now. Here we go.
Alright, technical issues are gone. So who's the closest? We can see there's a battle for 4th and 3rd. It's Luigi, Sven and Balboa, and well, I get this connected again.
It's all going wrong. It is just not going our way tonight in the commentary boxes. It's
I need to know why.
It's going to be this all over again. As yeah, Balboa still right on the back of Damio. Luigi Sven still holding on in P4. And what was that in the Discord?
Yeah, someone left.
Oh, that would have been Stokes, who was in the session as well. Not the session, sorry. The Discord chat. As down towards, as they make their way back through the final sector, Unfound has rejoined. And hopefully this time we do not have any disconnection problems. 3rd time's a charm, eh?
Yeah, I hope so, because this is getting on my nerves. Never had this problem, and now I have it. My
Wesley Plays has dropped down behind the Welser, and I think he may have had a bit of a half spin there as Unfound, you are back in the session. I'll let you commentate for a bit.
Alright, so with the hope that I don't get disconnected, we have Monster and Dave fighting for the 6th position here, but we also have Luigi, Sven and Balboa for the 3rd position. They are all 4 fighting for some big points as well. We can see Dave losing the car a little bit, and Horonsky is quite close as well. So we might have a, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5-way battle for the 3rd place here, if Horonsky can manage to just catch up 3.5 seconds. If we would get that fight on our hands, that would be simply amazing. So, is the DRS enabled yet? Yeah, it is. So we get the battery on and everything. So everybody in this race is on the hard tires, as we have a position change. Balboa and Luigi going side by side, going through that right-hander. Balboa just manages to stay ahead, having the Mio right in front of him. Is Luigi going to try and do anything from this position on? No, he's not. He's going to try and play it safe over here and wait for that second opportunity from the DRS zone. We are seeing Sirwithface catching Procan at the same moments. I believe Procan was disconnected, but I'm not fully sure. We now have a three-way battle for that second place, however, with Jopella taking a 1:34.847, which is the fastest lap of this race. You can really see Balboa taking way more exit, and it's Balboa, he spins, he loses control, and that's Balboa off the track. He loses positions to the Ronsky, Dave, Monster, Milan. With even more unturned luck, it will be Sirwithface taking that position away as well. And matter of fact, Sirwithface is getting closer as well, so Balboa also has way warmer tires because of that spin. So if he doesn't take it easy now, it will go from crazy to worse to even way worse. And momentarily Jopella just hit the 5-second lead on the Mio. The man is flying happy.
He is absolutely flying, but Damio, he's under pressure from Luigi Sven for that second place there. So Luigi, well, we had Balboa spinning out at turn 2, and that sort of gave these two a bit of a free air essentially. And now Luigi has closed up to the back of Damio, and yeah, Jopella, as you said, absolutely taking off at the front. Already 5 seconds in front. He is in his element tonight.
Yes, he really is, and we can see Luigi just taking a way worse exit from that last turn, but you can see this difference in speed because of that DRS is really there. He was taking a look to go down the inside of turn 1, but he decides, I'm the smarter man here, I'm the more experienced one. And not to mention, the Mio also has a 3-second time penalty from what I know. And Balboa has spun again, it seems, or at least has damage. So that is way worse to go for him from his spun a lap ago. We have Monster, Dave and Ronsky fighting now again. But Luigi going down the inside of turn 7 if I'm correct, or 8. Can he make that move stick? From the moment he can. The Mio looking to make another switchback. He is not able to. Luigi really out revving those revs. And those gears, that gearbox of him is fighting for his life now. We are seeing them side by side partly. Mio taking the wider line. And look at the racecraft of these two drivers here. Luigi playing it safe again. He's letting the Mio by. And knowing Luigi, we will see him make another move once he gets DRS again happy.
Yeah, I mean, he'll just spend another lap sort of just saving up the battery for another attack at him as they make their way down towards turn 1 once more, starting lap 8 now. There's a 3-car train behind them of Horonsky, Elite Dave and Monster behind, and just following this pack is Milan further back. That's the battle for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Those cars, expect to see these lot battling sooner throughout the race rather than later, and yeah, Damio holds on to P2 for another lap.
Yeah, and we're on board Horonsky for the moment, and you can see Sirwithface is 2.8 seconds away from Milan, and that's a way bigger gap than anyone could have expected. And we're all going down the main straight over here. Well, it's the back straight really, with the little chicane. And we have Luigi making a move again at the same position as he did last lap. However, he isn't able to get out of it as good as he did last lap, but just with help of that ERS, he is able to take up the position way faster. However, the Mio does have way more ERS here, heading into that nice, satisfying spoon. And you can see the Mio has no moment to fight back as it stands. And the man with the bigger ERS from the two is Demio, having a 10% difference between the two drivers going into the last corner. It's the question who can take the better exit. At this moment it is Luigi, but Demio will have the DRS. We still have the four-way battle for 4th, 5th and 6th, and Milan kind of dropped down. But he might catch them up pretty soon. Jopella, however, oh, that's Horansky with a 3-second time penalty. So that will work a lot against him, especially with Evo Monster behind him. And he got overtaken by Dave as well. So that's even more unfortunate for Horansky. And look at Jopella. I think Jopella will win this race after a few absences perhaps, but here's Monster. We're gonna have almost free ride over here. Who's going to be the bigger man here? At this moment it's going to be Horansky, just really pulling out that aggressiveness from his experiences in league racing, and you can see Dave trying to do anything against it. They have identical ERS, Horansky and Dave, and Monster just has 5% less. Just this battle is something else, Happy.
Absolutely right. I mean, you saw them down the back straight. They were almost 3 wide down towards that chicane, and how they avoided contact, we'll never know. But yeah, that battle continued to hit, but Horansky with that penalty, so that could play on his mind a little bit and sort of tell him that he needs to build up a gap instead of close in on to Damio, who is in 3rd place, and yeah, Luigi Sven up in 2nd place there. He's already sort of putting a gap in between himself and Damio, so Damio maybe holding up Luigi Sven in those early stages there, but yeah, Horansky and Dave, Monster and Milan, they've all closed up to one another, and we could see another battle coming onto this lap.
Yeah, it's a four-way battle for 4th place at this moment. There's no indication of Horansky catching Demio as we speak, and Sirwithface is kind of hanging behind on 8th place. The Britishman is holding back on pace from what we know about his talent and his speed. As we're coming up to the chicane again, they're kind of playing it safe. You can really see Monster trying to look for an opportunity there. And I'm not sure if Milan and Monster are in the same team, it looks like it, but they are not. In identical back wings almost. And you can see Milan going for that 6th place here, but just not having that confidence in doing so. As I said in qualifying, you really need the confidence on this track. If you do not have any confidence, well, you can't do anything, especially with overtaking. It's a ball circuit. So whatever you do, you need to think about it and you need to make sure you can do it. Otherwise, no one's gonna be happy. Now going to turn 1. They're still together. And Luigi is still in front of the Mio. Let's take a look how it is going there, Happy.
Yeah, they're all just sort of, well, Demio has closed up to Luigi Sven on that lap, but down the back straight just sort of fans out a little bit, I guess, in that gap, closing in the corners and shooing around the stretch. So Luigi Sven possibly having the straight line advantage here. That could be a advantage of his setup, and behind they're still playing it safe back there as Horansky still leads this little train here ahead of Dave and Monster and Milan.
Yeah, and you can see Monster still having that low-sided ERS and Dave and Wronski almost still having that identical ERS. Monster and Milan both are under the 10%, so their usage need to be minimal and calculated as much as it can be. And we are seeing Milan from Sirwithface's view. So if he can just get that confidence and know he can do it, he will be able to catch them. But we need to take another factor in mind, which is the blue and quite fast car on the moment behind Sir, which is Balboa. Wronski got overtaken as well. He's looking to make a new move back for it, but Happy, you can really see the aggressiveness that comes from the racecraft of Wronski. What is your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna know that he's got a time penalty, and I mean, it might be playing on him a little bit, as I said earlier. But I mean, yeah, that's why he's got it. Here comes Evo Monster on the back of Horonsky, or is Horonsky going to go up the inside of Elite Dave? Yes, he is. He's right there alongside him, but can't pull alongside throughout the twisting well, not twisting, but the next couple of corners, but down towards this, the fast right-hander is going to have the slipstream. And is he going to try and pull out of it? He's going to get very, very close, and is he going to go around the outside? That's all four wheels off the track into this little spoon part of the track. Yeah, he's just going to follow him very closely, but yeah, it'll really be a sort of game now for Horonsky to just sort of hold off Evo Monster, or just build a gap of 5 seconds essentially, as it's lap 12. He'll be starting to think about how that penalty is going to come into effect towards the end of the race.
Yeah, oh, a mistake from both of them. And Monster is just not fast enough to take any advantage on it. But look at Milan. He has seen it and he's using that little bit of ERS he's got, getting in front of Monster. And Wronski still fighting with Dave, going side by side through turn 2. And oh my god, look at the chaos over here. At this moment, Wronski has won 7 places from the start of the race, and there's some wheel banging between Dave and Monster. And they're going to be side by side for quite a time. And look at 2 people who have joined the battle for P4. It's P4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and P9, all fighting for that 4th position, which is currently in the hands of Horonsky, and Sir and Balboa have finally caught up. What do you think about this battle? Will this last long, or will there be chaos eventually?
Even Monster gets a penalty as here he goes alongside Horonsky up towards the fast right-hander. He's not going to challenge alongside, and they make the way through. A line astern essentially through that second sector there. As Horonsky gets another penalty. This time it's a 3-second penalty, but they're up the inside. Is that Sirwithface further back trying to make a move? I believe that was Sirwithface up the inside, and this is an incredible battle here as they all close up. It's P4 all the way down to P9 now essentially, and it's a massively long train. And the car at the back of this queue, if the rest of the cars start fighting, like Horonsky, Monster and Dave, if they all start fighting, then the other 3 cars of Sir, Milan and Balboa, they're going to be rubbing their hands as there goes Balboa on the inside. That's Balboa spinning out of the final corner.
Really unlucky for Balboa. Look at Sir though. He is right on the back of Dave. He has seen what he has in, well, what he can achieve here. And you can see them all going quite beautifully, going through those couple of corners. And Sir is right on the back of Dave, his car. And it's Xbox versus PlayStation here, if we're looking at it that way. And, well, this is incredible. It's Evo once again lining up right next to Horonsky. They're so close, and there's even contact between the 2 of them. Same for Sir and Dave. Sir, however, just gets that position away from Dave. And it's incredible, Happy. And the Mio is still it's still hanging with Luigi, but the most action as it is most of the times where the real hungry and sensational people are in those cars. It's always in the midfield. Let it be a Monaco or whatever the boring track might be, it will most likely be at the middle pack unless you have two great front runners going at it like Verstappen and Hamilton did in 21. But 9 of 10 times it'll be in mid pack as we're going through turn 1 here. And Sirwithface tries to go around the outsides of Dave here, but is Dave just went through Sir? I don't know why, but Sir just went to P5 and he is at the back of his teammates, which is Horonsky. So quite a few positions made up by Sir, but he's not done yet, Happy. What do you think the young lad can achieve here?
He can achieve leaps and bounds if he's just patient enough with his car and just leaves it for an opportunity. And I have just realised that Luigi Sven has made a mistake on this lap because Damio is back through for P2. And is that Luigi Sven just ahead there of this? In fact, it is there as here comes Sirwithface around the outside of Horonsky. You don't see moves there very much, but Sirwithface has put his car on the outside. That was a fantastic move around the outside of the fast right-hander.
Yeah, those might have been team orders as well, because if you look at it strategically, Sirwithface is the one without a penalty and he is confident. If we had the team radio over here, you can sense that the man is confident in catching up Luigi. And oh wow, what's going on with the board? The whole board is being messed up. Oh, the people are going into the pits. We have the first couple of pit stops, which is for Dave and Milan. We're gonna take a look at Dave here. He's going to the mediums, but what is Milan doing? They're both going to the mediums, Happy.
Yeah, interesting strategical stop here on lap 15. Are the first to blink in the entire field, in fact, and Balboa has retired as well. I know that's old news, considering it was only a few laps ago. And that's going to really free up those at the front, or it's going to either start making them think about strategy. Well, they would have started thinking about strategy a couple of laps ago. However, they'll be thinking about it a lot more now that two cars around them have pitted.
Yeah, and the moment Luigi has spun, he is now 8.9 seconds away from that second position. And unless Chapella and the Mio make a mistake, this will be how it is settled for the top two. But for the third position all the way to like 8th positions over in a couple of laps, there will be plenty of action for tonight. As we have the Mio pitting right now, will this trigger Luigi into going as well? That's the question. Luigi is continuing, but Sir is thinking about the undercut, Happy.
Oh, and
Look at that.
two Porsches are having a moment down there in the pit lane there. As Horonsky inside of Sirwithface there.
Oh, and it's the same pit box as well.
Up in the pit lane. And if Horonsky, well, no, it doesn't serve as a penalty, but that's going to hold up Sirwithface, and he'll be very. Oh, wait, hang on, what?
Now this is interesting.
Well, we can blame lag for that one, or in-game whatever. The F1 game works in strange ways. But the two Porsches into the pit lane, that's a interesting stop there, as Horonsky has come out behind Sirwithface. And they head into turn 1 and they're battling there. That's Horonsky.
Oh, that's Horonsky round.
That's Horonsky round, as you said there, Unfound.
That's Horonsky round there, as he tried to make it work next to Dave. I mean Milan. And he's on those mediums, but a reminder, the tire warmers, they are not as effective as they were the last couple of games and years. And this really, well, put a shock onto Horonsky's race. And it's 12 laps remaining as we have Chapella coming into the pits nice and safely. He might lose the position to Luigi if Luigi decides to continue, but it's not a problem for Luigi or Chapella because that gap will extend after the rest pits.
There's a battle going on here. P8 and 9 wheel to wheel through the fast right-hander, then into the spoon section. That's Milan. Wheel to wheel with Elite Davis. Yeah, Noel's and Monster have also come into the pits as well. And Japella, yeah, so Luigi Sven has carried out in front. Japella, P2, and Damio, and well, Damio continues on. He's in P3, and SD Place also jumps up to P4.
Yeah, and you can really see Milan and Dave fighting it as if it's their last day. And you can see no one else coming out of the pits there. Dave goes in front, and if you look at the car of Dave, it looks kind of like the old Mercedes with the stars from 21 and 2020. But having in front of him is Sirwithface, and Sir has pitted successfully without any problem, but then you have Koronski, who's now down in 10th place. Will this be having Koronski be given any opportunities for if there's a safety car, or will there just be another race for Koronski to do whatever he can and do the same his teammate did?
Well, you can certainly try. I mean, the number one motto in Formula One is never give up. With 10 laps to go, anything can happen in this game.
Yeah, it sure is. And Luigi gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. This will not help the Italian with his battle in that driver's standing. And because of the pit stops, you can really see who's able to manage their tires after coming out on those like really fresh tires. Because of the tire warmers not working as effective as before, you can really see who's able to manage the speed on those tires, and it's interesting to see how it works as Koronski now sets the fast lap, so you can definitely tell that he's pushing for that place to be back.
Yeah, I just wonder when SD Place is going to come in. He surely has to come in this lap or the next one at some point. Or is he going to go on that alternate strategy and try and take it out as long as he can and then sprint through the field come the end of the race, as he's the only driver in the pits who hasn't made his mandatory stop of the race.
Yeah, we have Noelza here on 8th place, now looking down the inside of Milan. He is way more confident on those brakes, but so is Monster. Look at Monster going. He sees an opportunity to take both, but he has to go off track for that. Monster really thinking like a monster on that moment as he takes the position from Milan momentarily, but he is on the outside from this right-hander here. But he might be in the better position if he can play it smart through this spoon here, which he partly does. But you can see the two of them going side by side, and they're still side by side until up now as Monster takes the position away from Milan.
Oh, what was that? That was Noelza. Noelza has had a moment at the final corner there. I'm not sure if you saw that there. He had a little bit of a moment. I don't know if that was game lag or what. Or I should stop saying lag or whatever. But I don't know if that was a glitch in the game or what. But it looked to me like he had a bit of a off at the final corner or a lock-up or something.
Yeah, I just missed it. I was looking at Milan and Monster, but in the meanwhile of Noelza's moments, Luigi and Sir are fighting it out for that 4th position, and SD Place still hasn't pitted yet, so it's interesting to see what his game plan is here as we go through the chicane. Luigi looking for an opportunity here, and the two of them are almost on identical ERS, so we're going through the back straights. The second one going through the high speed right-hander here. You can see it's on the gap and interval schedule. They're within a 10th of each other. And Sir trying his best to stay in front, but you know what Luigi is able to do once he gets the DRS happy.
Yeah, he'll be able to scythe past the Xenon Porsche driver, and he's just hounding him now around the final two corners now onto the main straight. This is the first dose of DRS for Luigi, and his first real opportunity to try and get past at the moment. There's a little bit of wheel banging further back as Nuelza tries to hold off. Monster is here. Comes Sirwithface. He's trying to hold off Luigi Sven as he tries to go around the outside, has a little look there, but can't quite do anything. Turn 4 is an overtaking opportunity, but only if you're brave. However, his best opportunity is down the Mistral straight. He's got the longest serving of DRS, and it's a big slipstream fest essentially down to that braking zone of the chicane.
Yeah, and you can see Luigi is rearing out on his physical state at the moment, because what is known from Luigi, he is a bad driver, but you can really see him struggling through the corner combinations of 4 to 7. We're here on the DRS back straight. Luigi plays it safe again, slamming onto the brakes, as you can hear, and just those tires are screaming for grip over there, and Luigi just let that opportunity go away, but they're both almost below the 10%. It's fascinating to see who can do what, and Noelza is just creeping up on Dave, but there's Monster again. Monster does not know what the word stop means or calm down, does he, Happy?
Well, he's right on the back end of Welser, and here he goes. He's having a little look there into the second to last corner. You don't see moves there as SD Place has come into the pit lane. So finally, he makes his stop on lap 21 of 27. So as I said, it would be a sprint to the finish for him. But as the pack make their way down the main straight, yeah, Monster still holding behind as SD Plays has made his pit stop. He has gone he has gone on to the soft compound of tyre, so he's going to really cut through the pack like a hot knife through butter on these final few laps here.
Yeah, it will be interesting if SD Plays can keep that pace of his scoring and where he might end up. But we're coming up the main straight, the back straight again. I keep saying main straights. We should just name it the main straight. But here comes Luigi on Sirwithface through the down the insides. And can he make it stick? Sirwithface takes his first penalty, so it will be crucial for Sir to either pass him or stick behind Luigi, as Luigi has a 8-second time penalty, and Sirwithface is looking to do the passing one. As they make contact, they are still alive, but I believe I did see one of the two wobbling for grip and because of the narrow bit of contact. I think it will be gloves off for the two of them, because they're both having penalties to think about, Happy.
Yeah, I mean, that order from about P2 all the way down to P7 could come out in any order, as here comes Luigi Sven up the outside towards turn 1 on Sirwithface. Sirwithface is going to stick there on the inside. Is he going to drop back in the braking zone? He is, and he's going to wait for that serving of DRS down the Mistral straight. However, Luigi Sven breaking the line there, is breaking the line quite a lot there was Nuelza. A Sirwithface looking on the outside towards turn 4. Can't get anything done there, but he's just saying to Luigi that he is there, and he is a force to be reckoned with as they make their way through the curving right-hander, and they make their way through the fast left and down the Mistral straight. This is a prime slipstream overtaking opportunity area. We're going to see high action here as Sirwithface is closing up to the back of Luigi Sven. He's already darted to the inside, as here he comes on the outside. Can he try and force his nose around the outside? No, he can't, but he's going to try on the inside there, almost making contact, but he waits behind Luigi for another go. But here he goes, he's having another look to the outside now, up towards the fast right-hander, but he's not going to get anything. He's just going to drop back, and however, he's going to close in the slipstream, but once he pops out, there's absolutely nothing there as he's trying on the outside again through the fast spoon type corner, and he's always there in trying to look large in Luigi Sven's mirrors, and he's just trying to pressurize the Italian into making a mistake.
Yeah, the battle these two are having the last couple of laps, it's amazing, and you can really see the other driver is catching up because of it. Noelza is within half a second of Sir, but look at the amount of penalties Noelza has at the moment. He's got 32 seconds worth of time penalties. I wonder how that could have happened.
Well, through misjudgment and reckless driving, I think, and he's been disqualified. And that's it for Noelza's race. He has been disqualified. 32 seems to be the limit here as he goes wide at turn 2, and Noelza is out in France.
Yeah, it's lap 23 of 27, and Horonsky has 6 seconds of time penalties on him, and he's got Milan in front of him, and Milan is 1.5 seconds behind Ivo, and then you have Ivo right behind Dave, and then Dave is 1.5 seconds behind Sir. So if Horonsky can manage to find any more higher force of pace than that he is trying to put in, he might be having a fight for the podium position here. And talking about podium position, Sir is once again right on the back of Luigi. They're both below the 10% ERS. They're identical in terms of the ERS as well. And we're going through the last corner to make it lap 24 for the two men here. It's interesting to see who will prevail from this battle for third place. Who will take that? Who will take those couple of points, bring it in with their constructors and drivers championship? There's only one way to find out, and it will be on the final lap. And if Horonsky can make any moves, he should do it now, because there's not that much of the time left. Happy.
Yep, Horonsky right on the back of Milan now as they make their way onto the long back straight there, and Sirwithface out in front, up there in fourth. He's got a bit of a gap there too. Luigi finished a big gap as well.
Oh, that's Horonsky in the wall.
Oh, as Horonsky, yeah, went around, and Monster's just gone past Dave as well.
Yeah, we just witnessed Horonsky going into that wall, and his chance of taking any podium positions are over for the race. I saw him getting damage. It might be a whole wing, it might be the half of the wing. And you can see Sirwithface trying to go for the switcheroo here. Just bang wheels once again, Happy. Sir is trying to look around the outside. He is taking that higher exit speed, but it looks like he might be losing patience here, and he is sometimes known for being a little bit of an hothead in terms of racing, but that makes him the force that he can be in league racing.
Yeah, you saw him there closing up through those fast corners in the final sector there. Just at the start of the final sector as he closes up once more through turn 1 and 2. So it definitely seems like Sir has the corner pace. However, Luigi just breaks that gap on the straight there, as you can see already. That Garuda, sorry, getting the teams mixed up as they make their way through the straight. It just builds that gap, and that might just be what saves Luigi here if Sirwithface can't close in down these straights, because look at the gap he's got once they hit the pedal for what will be one of the last times in this race, as we close in now with only 3 laps to go. Sirwithface, it doesn't seem like he's there, but give him a couple of more corners around the lap and he could be right alongside Luigi once more, as we saw on the last lap.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, and sadly enough for Horonsky, this is it for him. The only little bit he can do from the race is damage limitation for his position in the championship, but also the team's position in the championship. I think we should keep an eye on Sirwithface and Luigi, because looking at the couple of threads that Sir sent Luigi the last couple of laps, we might see a last lap move going through around the outside of the spoon within the next couple of laps. Happy.
Yep, that is something that we need to keep an eye on here, is this battle here for the final podium place. And Yeah, the other two in front of Damio and Japella. Japella 13-second gap to Damio, and Damio's got a 13-second gap to Luigi Sven. So it's all clean out in front there. Very nice numbers as they make their way through the next sector. Here, that's Sirwithface and Luigi Sven I was talking about there. They're making their way through as Horonsky and Esty Place having a little ding dong down towards them, and I believe they've made contact.
That's interesting to see, and you can see Sirwithface really catching Luigi Sven. He's going down the inside of Luigi here. Oh, and there's contact! There's contact between the two of them. Luigi manages to hang on to the wheel there. I have no idea how he did that, but Luigi, you can really see him going and wanting that position back. I think there will be a decision from the steward soon. You can see Luigi looking for it down the inside as well, but there's no way to go there, as there's a disconnection issue from SD Place. But you can see it, Luigi is way hungrier for that third place than Sir from what we've seen. And look at that smart move from Luigi, going down the inside of the last turn. Happy, take it away.
Yeah, he was up the inside there, but he's going to have to duck back in behind Sirwithface to get that slipstream down towards turn one. Sir holds off the inside. Can he go all the way around the outside? Luigi's fed. He's trying in, and he's almost there alongside. They almost touch. They do touch, and Sir goes round. Sir drops down the order, and that's absolute disaster for him. He was looking like he would take a podium, but now all he's going to take is a firm handshake and P7 on the road at best.
Disaster at its finest, and once again at France here. And from what could have been, did not happen for the young Britishman. It's disaster, it's beautiful, it's bold, it's beautiful, and it's FSC at its finest. It's chaos all over the place. And Monster is now catching Luigi, so Luigi might have lost space from what just happened. It's the last lap of the race, and that means we're gonna have a winner. And that winner is going through the last corner here. His name is Japella. He is, from what I can remember, Danish. And he's back on the top step of the podium. He's again a race winner in FSC, ladies and gentlemen. On the second place will be Demio. It's been a big race for him. Quite a few penalties. That's second place for the man. And Luigi, is going to be a question where he will end up. He needs to make it clean through the last corner here. And it looks like he can. But what will happen because of the penalties? It's a provisional P3 here. Ivo and Dave, they overtake Luigi. And Luigi is going down to 6th as well. That's Milan on the podium.
It's Milan on the podium. That's a surprise there. It's Milan. He was down in 6th place. So just holding behind with those penalties, knowing that they've got him in mind of just holding close to your rivals, that paid off here in Paul Ricard, as we see a last lap little moment there. I think that was with Horonsky. And he's the last card across the line. He's 10th,
and those are the points away.
He finishes the race on 3 wheels, which is interesting. But yeah, Luigi Sven, 6th place for him today. That's not... He's going to be seething at that contact there, because that's probably what lost him all the time. But Japella, what a dominant win that was for the man from Denmark. It was dominance. 27 seconds was a gap in the end, and it was fair play from Damio as well to get P2. A very nice result for him, and a very good drive from Damio just to keep his car in P2. A quiet race is all he needed here, with the battles behind him. And it was all quiet out in front, however, behind it was a rather different story, wasn't it?
Yes, it really was. And here you can see the top 3 being on the podium, and Japella racing that trophy in a sense with pride. And he fully deserves it. He drove that race as if it would be his last. And I think if he can keep it up the last couple, what is it, 6 rounds if I can remember correctly, he might have a charge at the championship. If he keeps winning, we might see a whole different outcome to this championship. But it might be too late, it might not be too late. But that will be for round 7. And what's in for round 7, Happy?
Well, Yeah, that's certainly it for Paul Ricard. Then all the questions have been answered that we had going into the weekend, and however, next time out, as I just frantically searched through Discord to find the calendar. So yeah, round seven is over. We're off to the United Kingdom next for, well, actually it's round six. Anyway, we're off to the United Kingdom next for Silverstone. So we hope to see you there um, when we arrive.
So the United Kingdom it will be round 7. I believe there was a season break for that moment, wasn't there?
There could be, but unsure about it.
Just pulling up the calendar as a newly profile on the stream. As you can see, it will be on the 14th of April. We will be back with more action of FSC Season 5. So from the bottom and back of my head, there will be a week rest. So it will be in 2 weeks, and the midweek it will be a break as well. What do you think? Should we see if Jopella wants to be invited for an interview?
We can certainly ask him at the very least.
I think we should. Let's see if
As
the
he
man is
just replied
available.
to my message there. There wasn't much to say about me. There certainly was at Japello, and it was a fantastic drive from him.
So we're gonna just look if Jopella is available for for an interview, and he is. So we're gonna be inviting him to the Discord at this moment.
The FSC round
Let's
number
see.
6 has been an absolute crazy one, and it's well dominance and carnage at times. As yeah, Japella should be joining us anytime soon.
We have added Jopella to the Discord. It's yeah, there's the confirmation. Jopella, your first race win in quite a while. How does it feel being on top step again in FSC? Some communication errors.
I can
Ah,
hear you now.
yeah, Japella, back on the top step of FSC after quite some time. How does it feel winning France with quite the domination you are used to?
Of course, it always feels good to win, but I think this race proved that I'm in a different league than everyone else, and it might be unfair for me to keep racing.
Is this a possible retirement coming mid-season from you?
Um, I mean, it could be considered, but I think I had an idea of more racing, but then just not being awarded points.
Uh, well, it will be
Uh,
interesting of what the FIA will say about it. And it's a nice idea from you because, well, from what you said as your statement, you are in a different league, and we can certainly see that you've proven that today. Uh, if I can remember, no penalties whatsoever. It's been a clean race, no issues whatsoever. Uh, any commentary about the race you've driven?
I got a extremely good start off the line. I fucked up the formation lap, but it doesn't matter. Really, it was just keeping the car on point, and I ran extremely low wings, so I was just cruising.
And well, I'm not sure if you have seen it, but there was quite a few of chaos in the mid-pack. Aransky getting damaged at the last couple of laps. And Sir being spun around whilst in the battle for P3 there with Luigi. Sir came from the back of the grid after having some issues and found a way to get back to P3. But what do you think about the performance Sir gave today?
I mean, I would say it's a great race from everyone. Of course, there were some scraps, some crashes, but I mean, it's all to learn from. It's all to improve on.
Alright, do you have anything else to say? Anyone watching or any statements to say?
No, I don't.
Alright, then we both of us wish you a nice weekend and congratulations again on this wonderful and domination.
Thank you.
So a possible mid-season retirement from Japella coming our way. Happy. What do you think about it?
Yeah. Yeah, interesting words there from our race winner and the most dominant man of the field today, and the clear driver of the day today. I mean, despite all that in the mid pack, it was just crazy up there. And well, we'll see if we can get any more drivers into the interview, into this commentary box for an interview. But we can't assure anything, or assure anything, I should say. As yeah, that interesting words.
Yeah, and he really put out a statement by saying that he is in a different league, and it is quite a very big ego boost from Japella, but I think it is a deserved statement.
Yeah, a very big statement indeed there. And I mean, talking about that racing not for points, not sure what that was about, but I'm sure the stewards can have a look at it, and they'll review the idea thoroughly and decide if it's been a good boy or a naughty one. So that'll be fun to see how that turns out.
Yeah, and we have confirmation of Milan being open for an interview. I'll be adding him soon. It would be better to have a Discord voice chat for the commentators in the paddock server, so we can just drag people in. But we have Milan here, and I'm gonna add him, and let's see what his opinions are. P3. Again, round 6, season 5. The last man on the on the step of the podium is Milan. If he considers joining the voice call.
Um,
By the looks of it, he is not available after accepting the invitation. So, well, that was Milan.
very
Sir isn't in for
short
any
word.
interviews, possibly because of, well, feelings from his side, which is understandable because his race, he had a wonderful race, but things didn't work out as he would have wanted to. Looking at how we finished for this race, what do you think we will expect for Silverstone? It's a big track, it's a fast track, It's an iconic track, traditional in the Formula One as well. It is known for having some clutters of chaos, and well, not just that, it's also known for having, well, the iconic British weather, rain, dry, all mixed up. What do you think we will meet for next round?
I think we're going to see a mix of all sorts of everything. A bit of carnage, a bit of good racing, and a bit of the weather playing into effect there. Britain, it could be one to watch. It could be a well, it's a fan favourite on the calendar, and it could be one of the best races of the year if we have the drivers capable of achieving those results.
Yeah, and after Silverstone, we have a double header in America, which is Austin and Miami. So that'll be interesting. Anything else to add on from this race?
Well, Japella, as I just quickly have a look at the standings, Japella will, well, he's the man who's sixth in the championship, making his mark known in the world of racing. Already, as I look there, already with a podium in Italy, Monza, as you'll recall, if you're a long-time fan of FSC. Yeah, so he'll be jumping up the championship order as the others around him, not having great weekends like Luigi of Milan, also on that final step of the podium, and also Damio as well. Fantastic drive from him, a nice quiet drive, under the radar performance, you could say. As yeah, that's all I've really got to say.
Yeah, so I guess that is it for the race. We have a message from Chapella in the chat. Good race, but a bit boring from his perspective. And Luigi, Silverstone could be interesting, and we'll having some Chapella, some drivers on his pace coming through. So stick with us for next round, and we'll see who that could be, when that will be, and who will be the biggest deal breaker throughout the season break. And we'll see you again after that 1 week break. Let's just put up the calendar again. Put it in your calendar, 14th of April, 8 p.m. British summertime, or GMT, what it is today, I believe PST. Be there on Twitch or YouTube or both, and we'll see you there again. Happy, thanks for commentating with me, and have a nice evening.
Yep, it's been a pleasure.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
I'm saying where they are. It's been a good restart for us, as he's going to go down with Harry now well behind. It's Chapella! He moves there. Chapella